So hello everyone. So throughout this video, we will talk about complex numbers. So what is the complex number? So before defining the meaning of a complex number, we want to practice few problems. I have provided 4 different theoretical values, and then please let me know which value makes sense to you and then which one doesn't make sense to you. You may pause this video for a second and then think about it. So now, is root 5, you can find the answer for that? Yes, so it makes sense to you. What about root 0? Yes, it is. So it's a real value. What about root 1 over 2? Yes, that is correct. But what about root negative 5? Unfortunately, this is not the real value, so we cannot define that. And similarly, whenever we have any negative value inside of the square root, we cannot define actual value. Okay? So such as root negative 3 and root maybe negative 2, even root negative 4, we cannot still define that. So all this value, so I'm going to mark all this value which we say we cannot define, those values we just call imaginary numbers. So then look at the pattern here. So square root negative 5, square root negative 3, square root negative 2, square root negative 4. Please let me know whether we can rewrite this value as root 5 times root negative 1. Does it make sense to you? Yes. So as you know, root 5 times root negative 1 become root negative 5, so it makes sense. And this also become root 3 times and the root negative 1. And this become root 2 times root negative 1. This become root 4 times root negative 1. Okay, so whenever we see any imaginary number, we see root negative 1. So we clarify that this is the definition of imaginary number. Okay, so root negative 1, that's the basic definition of imaginary number. And then it starts from I, so we define that I equal to root negative 1. Okay, then now all this value we can rewrite it. So root negative 5, which means root 5 times root negative 1. Since we define root negative 1 as I, so this become root 5 times I, right? Similarly, root negative 3, we can rewrite also root 3 times I here, and root negative 2 also become root 2 times I. But sometimes you miswrite it. This one as root 5 times I like that. And then we really want to prevent that issue. So always write I first. So I root 5. Then this become I root 3. This become I root 2 here. But root negative 4 means root 4 times I. In other words, you can write 2 times I. So this case, we don't write I times 2. That looks much weird compared to 2I. So we don't write like that. So which means I is with any rational number, then rational times I form. And then if you see any radical number, then make I times the radical numbers. That's how we write it. Okay? Then just look at several examples and then let's simplify those values. So first things, I'm gonna give you root negative 25. Then now this one we can rewrite root 25 times root negative 1. And then we confirm that this means what? I, right? So this become root 25 times I. Since root 25 becomes 5, so this answer becomes 5i here. Okay, now second one. What about root negative 48? So this case, obviously we can rewrite it root 48 I now. Now I don't have to write root negative 1. You see that, right? So that's why I just wrote it down root 48 times I. Now I'm gonna simplify this number. Just find its prime factorization and then simplify this radical value. So look it on the side, please. So 48. So 48 means 2 times 24, and this means 2 times 12, and 2 times 6, and 2 times 3. Therefore, we can see 1 pair and 2 pairs. So now we can rewrite this. So 16 times 3 actually, right? So this is 1 pair, 4, another pair, so 4. So 4 times 4 becomes 16. So we know this means root 16 times 3i. Root 16 means 4, right? So this becomes 4 root 3 times I here. The last time we just talked about I is located in front of the radical value but behind rational value. So this value locates between 4 and root 3. So this value becomes 4i root 3. Okay? Then let's look at definition of a complex number. Now we can talk about it. So complex number, it means it is real value and imaginary numbers. Okay, so we can write the form as a plus b I here. So whenever we have 3 plus 2i, then this is real number term, this is the imaginary number term. Combined together we call complex number. Also 7 minus I root 5. So this is real terms, this is imaginary number term. So this is also complex number. Even root 11 plus maybe 20i root 3 also complex number, because that's the real number, that's the imaginary number term. Combined together, complex number. Then why do you think complex number form is a plus bi? As a concept of numbers, the a become real, b, I is not real. That's the reason we just call imaginary, right? So we cannot combine real and imaginary together. That's the reason we keep combined form or summation form. Okay, that's the reason we keep as a plus bi. So from next video we talk about a little bit more about complex number and then also simplifying I value as well. Okay.